Okay, so NumPy tutorial number 7. So in this tutorial we will be discussing NumPy array shape. We'll be checking how to create how to check shape of an array, such as if I want to check how many rows and columns I have, I can use shape function. Either I will use shape function or reshape function. We will also be checking copy and view function while reshaping our array and checking shape of array. So let's do that. So there is first example. It says that print the shape of a 2D array. So let's first create import numpy as np. Let's create here arr while using np dot array. So let's say single dimension array. Shape of it, I will first create here single dimension array. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so I have 8 elements within this single dimension array. Now it says here, example says that you have to shape it to the array. Firstly, we have, this is a single dimension array, but we have to shape it to the array. So what I will do, first I will simple type here my array name. After that, shape. Now within this shape we have to specify rows and columns for 2D array. So it's depend on your elements, that how much elements you have within this single dimension array. So I have here 8 elements, so I can say that I want 4 rows and 2 columns. As you can see, it will give you an error. The error will be tuple object is not callable. Okay, now what should we do? Because there is no way to create tuple object. So let's remove this and just enter, and it will give you just 8, because it is not 2D array, it is just a single dimension array, and I want to make it 2D array. So I will be using here reshape function. Okay, now within this reshape I'll be specifying column and row. So I want 4 rows and 2 column and enter. As you can see here, we have first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So you can use reshape function so that you can easily reshape your array. Okay, now after that we will check another example. Create an array with 5 dimension using n dimension. We have discussed in previous video that what is nd main do while using numpy array. And in first case your array will be 4 element, that will be 1 2 3 4, and verify that the last dimension has value 5. So let's do that. So we have this array we have already created that has name my array. After that we have these 4 elements, this one, and now this array will be 5D array because we specified here a 5 dimension. So if just I print that, it will give me this array. So if I remove this part, this function from here, then what will happen? So it will give me single dimension array that has 4 elements. So the questions say that you have to specify n dimension with 5 dimensions. So now this is first dimension, second dimension, third dimension, fourth one, and fifth one. Now let's check its shape. So dot shape and enter, and it will give you this. Because, so let me first remove this from here so that I can easily explain things. So first just print arr my error. After that insert here as new cell. After that just paste whatever I have quoted and enter. As you can see here, first this one will be your outer dimension. Okay, and this represent here 1. After that this is your inner dimension, and this will be 1. After that the again inner, so it will be this one, and after that again inner, it will be this one, and after then the most inner, and it has 4 elements, that why it returns 4. So it means that you have 4 elements within this 5 dimension array. So in that way you can check and also create single dimension array with couple of dimension that you want using this and the mean function, that is n dimension. Okay, and also check its shape. Now there will be an exercise. After that we will check reshape arrays. So use the correct NumPy syntax to check the shape of an array. So use here correct syntax. Now this will be your task and you have to write here it in the below comment section. Now what is reshaping arrays? Reshaping means changing the shape of an array. If I have single dimension array and I want to change its shape to 2D array, then I'll be using reshape function. The shape of an array is the number of elements in each dimension. We will discuss it. By reshaping, we can add or remove dimensions or change number of elements in each dimension. So let's do that. So here it says this is an example that reshape from 1D to 2D. So there will be example convert the following 1D array with 12 element in a 2D array, and here will be a hint for you that the outermost dimension will have 4 arrays, each with 3 elements. So we have this array and it is a single dimension array that has 12 elements, and the question said that you have to convert it to 2D array, but the outermost dimension will have 4 arrays that has 3 elements. So let's do that. So what I will do, I will say that arr dot reshape, or first I will simply pass 4 and 3. We will check what will happen. So this is our outer dimension. Okay, this is outer dimension, and within this we have 4 dimensions. First one, second one, third one, and fourth one. As the question said, the outermost dimension will have 4 arrays, so you can say dimension or array. So we have 4 arrays, or you can say 4 rows. Okay, now after that it says that each array will have 3 elements. So each array, here we have 3 elements. So we have successfully reshaped our array of 4 by 3. Okay, now reshape from 1D to 3D, but this time convert the following 1D array with 12 element into a 3D array. Okay, this time 3D is very important. The outermost dimension will have 2 arrays that contain 3 arrays, each with 2 elements. While we creating 3D array, we have discussed in the previous video, I think, when we discussed that how to create 1D through 2D 3D arrays, that how you can create 3D arrays. So here it is a single dimension array with 12 elements. So we have to convert it to 3D array. So 3D array has outermost dimension, and within this outermost dimension there will be 2 arrays, and that will be 2D arrays, and these arrays will contain 3 arrays, and that will be single dimension arrays, and each array will contain 2 elements, or you can say 2 values. So very simple. So arr dot reshape. So first for outer dimension it says that you will have 2 arrays. Just write 2, after that comma. After that it says that these 2 arrays will contain 3 arrays. So let's put within this 2 dimension array 3 single dimension arrays. Okay, now each array will have 2 elements. So enter 2. So it will give you this. So this is our outermost dimension, and this dimension contain first 2D array, this one, and again it contain 2D array. So our requirement is fulfill this 2 arrays. Now these arrays contain 3 arrays. So this 2D arrays contain first one, second one, third one. Same, first one, second one, third one, and each this contain 2 elements. So these 2 elements, 5, 6, 2 elements. So we have successfully solved this problem. Now can we reshape into any shape? Yes, you can, as long as the elements required for reshaping are equal in both shapes. So what does it mean? We can reshape an 8 elements 1D array into 4 elements in 2 rows. That will be 2D array, but we cannot reshape it into 3 elements. So it means that whenever we want to reshape an array, then we have to check the first, or you can say original array elements. It's depend, your reshaping array will be depend on that elements. You can't make it by your own self, such as if I want to, such as arr dot reshape 3 by 3, 3 rows 3 columns, it will give me an error. That cannot reshape array of size 8 into shape 3 by 3. because if you want to reshape this array, then you have to specify 4 by 2, otherwise it will give you an error. Okay, only in that case, or you can say 2 rows and 4 columns. Okay, but if you want 3 by 3, then here you have to increment or put another value, that will be 9 or whatever it is. So let's say 3 by 3. Now this time it won't give you error, as you can see. So it's mean that your reshaping array will depend on that elements. Now what will happen if we reshape an array? What will be the type of that array? So in previous video we have discussed copy or view. We can copy an array, and when we want to copy an array, it will own the data of that array. But if we want just to view that array, then it won't own the array data, it just view the array. And how to check when we copy an array or view an array that what it owns data or not? For that we have used in the previous video this base function, if you have remember. So here, as you can see, we have generated this array, single dimension array that has 8 elements. After that we have reshaped that array 2 by 4. So first let me remove this one from here, and just as you can see we have this array 2 by 2. But if I use here base and enter, it will give me the original array. So what do you say? It is a copy or view? We have discussed in previous video, we have used this base function with copy as well as view. Whenever you use base function with copy or view, and if it returns original array, it means that we just viewed the array. We have viewed the array. We are going to view the array. But if it returns none, then it means that we have copied the array. So in our case, in this case, we have just view the array. Now what will happen if I want to flatten the array, and what does it mean? Flattening array means converting a multi-dimensional array into a 1D array. Okay, great. Now we have discussed how to convert 1D array, how to reshape 1D array to 2D, 3D. Now what will happen if I want to convert multi-dimensional array to 1D array? And there is no function for that in NumPy, but we have one chance while using -1. So let's see here. So we have this 2D array. You can create here 3D, 4D or whatever you want. And I want to convert it to reshape it to 1D array. So if I remove this, just enter, it will give me an error because reshape takes an argument. So we have to pass here 1, and what will happen? It will give me error as well. Cannot reshape array of size 6 into shape 1. Okay, so it is a big problem. But NumPy provide an opportunity. You can say that it is an opportunity for user, for programmer, for machine learner. Then they have to use -1 whenever they want to convert a multi-dimensional array to 1D array. So enter. Now it will convert it to 1D array. Now here an exercise for you. Use the correct NumPy method to change the shape of an array from 1D to 2D array. Now this is 1D array, and use the correct method that we have used in this video to convert it to 2D array. So see you in the next video.